the untold story of the Great Pyramids. Imagine this. Right now, millions of people are staring at photographs of the Great Pyramids on their phones, sharing them on social media, and dreaming of visiting Egypt someday, completely unaware of the incredible hidden story behind these ancient monuments. Did you know that the Great Pyramid of Giza was the tallest structure on Earth for nearly 4,000 years, and that no modern building surpassed it until the Eiffel Tower was built in 1889? Or that the pyramid's base is so perfectly level that the difference across 13 acres is less than 1 inch, a precision that modern engineers still struggle to explain? In the next few minutes, I am going to take you on a breathtaking journey through time, uncovering the untold story of the Great Pyramids like you have never seen it before. You will discover the hidden origins buried beneath the sand, the extraordinary people who changed the course of history, and the reason these monuments still captivate the entire world thousands of years after they were built. Trust me, you will not want to miss a single second of this incredible story. Hello, my friends. I am so happy you are here with me today. Take a deep breath and picture this. You are standing in the Egyptian desert just before sunrise. The air is cool and still. The sky is painted in deep shades of purple and orange. And then, as the first golden rays of sunlight break across the horizon, the Great Pyramids slowly emerge from the darkness, like ancient giants waking from an eternal sleep. Everything outside seems peaceful and normal, but beneath the surface of these massive stones, something truly extraordinary is happening. Today, we are diving deep into the untold story of the Great Pyramids. Have you ever wondered who really built them and why? Where it all began thousands of years ago? How these impossible structures became what they are today? Every year, millions of people travel from every corner of the globe to stand before the Great Pyramids of Giza. They take photographs, they touch the ancient stones, they stare upward in silent amazement at structures that have survived wars, earthquakes, floods, and the relentless passage of time. Yet very few of these visitors know the real story behind what they are seeing. Is it just a popular tourist destination? Or do these pyramids carry powerful secrets from the ancient past that we are only beginning to understand? The story of the Great Pyramids is a journey through time filled with sacred rituals, visionary pharaohs, revolutionary engineering, and life-changing events that shaped human civilization forever. So let us travel back together across the centuries. Are you ready to uncover the truth? Imagine ancient Egypt around 2,700 years before Christ. The Nile River flows like a green ribbon through an endless golden desert. The air is thick with heat and the sounds of life along the riverbanks. Farmers work the rich, dark soil left behind by the annual flooding. Villages and towns are growing into something larger and more organized. The people believe their pharaoh is a living god, a divine bridge between the human world and the realm of the gods above. Death is not an ending for these people. It is a doorway to eternal life. They believe the body must be preserved and protected so the soul can live forever in the afterlife beyond the stars. During this remarkable time, the Egyptians began building mastabas, flat rectangular tombs made of mud brick, to house the bodies of their rulers after death. They performed elaborate burial rituals, wrapping the dead in fine linen, placing food and treasures beside the body, and reciting prayers from sacred texts. They believed that if the tomb was grand enough and the rituals were performed perfectly, the pharaoh's soul would rise to join the gods in the heavens. Even here, in these humble mud brick structures, the very first seeds of the Great Pyramids were being planted deep in the soil of human ambition and spiritual devotion. Time moved forward and everything changed dramatically. A brilliant man named Imhotep entered the story. He was not a pharaoh, but a vizier, an architect, a priest, and possibly the first genius whose name was recorded in human history. He served Pharaoh Djoser and faced an incredible challenge. The pharaoh wanted a tomb unlike anything ever built before, something that would demonstrate divine power and ensure eternal life. Imhotep made a bold and revolutionary decision. He stacked 6 mastabas on top of each other, each one smaller than the last, creating the Step Pyramid at Saqqara, the first monumental stone structure in human history. This moment shifted history forever and paved the way for everything that followed. Empires rose and fell across the ancient world, but Egypt continued to grow in power and ambition. The meaning of pyramid building evolved from simple burial protection into something far more complex and magnificent. Cultural shifts brought new construction techniques, new religious beliefs about the afterlife, and new ideas about the relationship between the pharaoh and the sun god Ra. Religious influence shaped every stone that was cut and every angle that was calculated. Social changes organized thousands of workers into highly disciplined teams. Layer by layer, stone by stone, a new tradition of monumental architecture emerged that would eventually produce the most famous structures in all of human history. During the reign of Pharaoh Sneferu, a new idea emerged that would change everything. The concept of a true, smooth-sided pyramid took shape for the first time. Sneferu was not satisfied with the stepped design of earlier pyramids. He wanted something perfect, something that captured the rays of the sun in solid stone. His architects experimented boldly, building the bent pyramid, whose angle changes halfway up, and then finally achieving the red pyramid, the first true smooth-sided pyramid ever completed. Writers and historians throughout the ages have described Sneferu as the pharaoh who transformed pyramid building from experimentation into perfection. Society began seeing these structures not just as tombs, but as powerful symbols of divine order and cosmic harmony. True emotion and spiritual meaning entered the tradition, forever changing what a pyramid represented to the Egyptian people and to the world. Then came a revolution in construction that still astounds modern engineers and scientists. Pharaoh Khufu, the son of Sneferu, commanded the building of the Great Pyramid of Giza. Over 2 million limestone blocks, each weighing an average of 2.5 tons, were cut, transported, and stacked with astonishing precision. Ramps, sledges, levers, and the organized labor of tens of thousands of skilled workers made this achievement possible. Massive quarries supplied the stone. Copper tools shaped each block. Boats carried granite from Aswan, hundreds of miles up the Nile. Some people embraced the grandeur with pride and devotion. Others surely felt the crushing weight of such enormous effort. But the project continued to grow year after year for approximately 20 years until it reached its final breathtaking height of 481 feet. Today, the Great Pyramids look different depending on where you stand and who you are. In Egypt, people see them as the greatest symbol of their ancient heritage, a source of national pride and cultural identity that connects them to the most powerful civilization the ancient world ever produced. In classrooms around the world, students study the pyramids as examples of early engineering and mathematical genius. In laboratories, scientists use ground-penetrating radar, thermal imaging, and cosmic ray detection to search for hidden chambers and passages that may still hold undiscovered secrets. Technology has completely changed the way we explore and understand the pyramids, but the core message remains unchanged. These structures represent humanity's deepest desire to create something eternal, something that defies death and time itself. Of course, some people say that the mystery of the pyramids has been exaggerated. They argue that we know enough about ancient Egyptian engineering to explain how the pyramids were built without resorting to wild theories about aliens or lost advanced civilizations. Others say that the commercialization of the pyramids as tourist attractions has stripped away their sacred meaning. They point to crowded tour buses, souvenir shops, and light shows projected onto ancient stones as evidence that modern commerce has cheapened something profoundly spiritual. These thoughts matter, and they deserve serious consideration. But if we look deeper beyond the debates and the commercial noise, the heart of the pyramids still beats strong with the same power and mystery that has captivated human beings for nearly 5,000 unbroken years. Why does the untold story of the Great Pyramids survive and continue to fascinate generation after generation across every culture and continent on Earth? Because the human heart does not change no matter how many centuries pass. We all want to be seen and remembered after we are gone. We all want to belong to something larger and more meaningful than our brief individual lives. We all want to be valued for what we create and contribute to the world around us. The Great Pyramids endured thousands of years because they speak to something timeless, buried deep inside every human soul. They are proof that ordinary people working together with vision and determination can create something that outlasts empires, survives catastrophes, and continues to inspire wonder long after the builders themselves have turned to dust. The next time you see a photograph of the Great Pyramids rising from the golden Egyptian desert, do not just see massive blocks of stone stacked in a triangle. See the story hidden inside every carefully placed block. See the thousands of workers who woke before dawn, carried crushing loads under the brutal sun, and gave their strength and sweat to build something they believed would last forever. See the architects who calculated impossible angles with primitive tools. See the pharaohs who dreamed of touching eternity. See the priests who whispered prayers in dark burial chambers. See yourself reflected in their ambition, their devotion, and their unshakable belief that human beings are capable of creating something truly immortal. Thank you so much for joining me today on this extraordinary journey through the untold story of the Great Pyramids. It means more than you know that you chose to spend these precious minutes exploring one of the greatest mysteries in all of human history with me. I hope this story has opened your eyes and touched your heart. Keep learning from the past because it holds wisdom that the present desperately needs. Keep growing every single day because growth is the truest measure of a life well lived. And above all, keep wondering about the world around you because curiosity is the spark that lights the fire of discovery and understanding. Goodbye for now, my dear friends, and I will see you again very soon on another unforgettable journey through time.